Are you ready to live your best life but wonder how to combine beauty and wellness? At Arbonne, they believe in a holistic approach to beauty, health, and well-being. Everyone can flourish. They develop world-class products with botanicals rooted in cutting-edge science. Arbonne is the #1 global brand for healthy living inside and out. Embrace a healthier mind, stronger body, and more beautiful skin. Energize, radiate, shine, and thrive with clean products that are guaranteed to work. Arbonne offers a 90-day risk-free guarantee. If you're not happy or you feel like Arbonne isn't giving you the results, get your money back. Want to know how to get your skin, mind, and body back on track? Reach out to Heather Martinez, your authorized Arbonne independent consultant, at 606-344-0217. Call or text. She can save you hundreds with special deals and promotions. Again, Heather Martinez, 606-344-0217. Guys, summer's here. That yard you've had a break from all winter is ready for some maintenance. Those trees need trimmed, those branches need removed. That landscaping needs touched up or redone. Give our guys at Willie Gardens a call. Locally owned and operated, they've been helping and serving the community for over a decade. There's not a job too big or too small, from lawn care to maintenance to landscaping to tree and junk removal. Willie Gardens can handle all your outside needs. Give the folks at Willie Gardens a call for a free estimate to get your yard looking like $1 million. Want to see some of their work? Go check out their Facebook page. That's Willie Gardens, 606-344-8790. Looking for a realtor who won't stop until you're holding the keys to your dream home or celebrating the sale of your house? Heather Martinez, brokered by Sean Rogers Realty, is a go-getter with grit. She brings unmatched energy, relentless hustle, and a client-first always mindset to every transaction. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, she's not here just to show you homes. She's here to win for you. With fast response times, local market expertise, strategic negotiator, 100% committed to your goals. She doesn't believe in good enough. She believes in exceptional. Make your real estate journey smooth, exciting, and above all, successful. Heather Martinez, 606-344-0217. In a world where feelings are protected and men have traded big, beautiful beards for man purses and man buns, comes to you a podcast you always wanted and never knew you needed. A podcast where feelings are left at the door and conversations happen, unfiltered and no sugarcoating. What is going on Facebook? Guys, first we want to give a shout out to RJ's Beef Jerky, the official jerky of the No Sugar Coating podcast. You can find this right here in Corbin, Kentucky. You can buy it here at the bakery. There's a couple other places that sell it. And he's got a shop where he sells this. It's Zone Perception right there at the corner of Peach Corner. The official beef jerky of the No Sugar Coating podcast. RJ's Beef Jerky.
So what I'm holding here in my hand is hot and spicy.
Kind of like me.
That's right. You are. You're looking hot, fresh.
Dude.
Ready to
don't
go.
I look fresh AF right now?
That's right.
I mean, I look amazing.
You look amazing.
I don't like to say that I look amazing all the time, but when I look amazing, I want to own it.
You should.
Dude, I even smell amazing right now.
All right, let's walk this runway right here. Show us. I'll get the camera. Come on.
Oh. Let me just give you... I don't know if you can see. But guys, it's so good. So good. So those of you that were watching last week know that we were going, that we got invited to get our haircuts.
And I didn't go.
And Jericho thought that Austin was joking.
Yeah, I mean, normally people reach back out and was like, hey, I was being serious about that. Come on out. I didn't know. So, I just thought he was being friendly.
So,
which I know that's his business, and he probably meant it, but...
But Jericho just let it go.
I did.
I, on the other hand, did not. So I messaged Austin. I'm like, dude, are we still good? He goes, yeah. He goes, I can be at the shop around 4:30. I was like, I'll be there. So I get there. Now it's Blends is the name of the barbershop. It's in Williamsburg, Kentucky. Great atmosphere.
It's got a good name, too. I like that name.
It's got a pool table. Like, I mean, I think
Wow.
like a 70-inch TV. Dude, I got there and got treated like a rock star. And
Awesome.
so I know that Jericho wishes he would have came today.
Yeah, I mean, you do look fresh,
I mean,
and I don't see a bunch of hair all over you neither. So, like,
dude, I just went home and changed my shirt. I didn't shower or nothing.
oh, okay.
So, well, that's because I was wearing today's shirt with the kids. I mean, I had.
Oh, well,
I had
still, I mean,
banana on me. I had
there still
some-
ain't no hair all over you and stuff. So he done a good job.
He did amazing. What was that?
Showing, I'm showing the beef jerky how fresh and delicious it is.
No, we got the hot and spicy, so I'm gonna definitely get on that because Jericho got to take the bag home last time we got it. I only got to, I think, a piece of it.
Well,
So
here's the
I'm
honors.
definitely. Well, I mean, first I got to know that Jessica's not watching.
She's, you're good now.
If she's not watching, then I'll totally try some. Otherwise, she's gonna be.
I'm getting
that's
her-
all we want to
No,
see is grown
I'm getting
men.
her Arby's after this, so you're good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all we want to see is grown men slapping gums on some beef jerky.
She's getting Arby's after the show, so you're perfectly fine.
Anyways,
She can deal without beef jerky.
so to kind of run this point home a little bit more, guys, this is veteran owned and operated RJ's Beef Jerky right here in Corbin. The gentleman that's runs it, Ronnie, he's been on our podcast 2 times. I think he's maybe outside of Roy the only person that's been on the show multiple times.
Well, ain't Jerry been on twice? I think.
Yeah, Jerry has been on
So
twice.
we have had-
Roy and Jerry
Roy, Jerry, and Ronnie.
are the only 2 that have been
Three.
only 3 that have been on twice. But great guy. He has Zone Perception. It's VR, virtual reality, free range roam, like escape room. That's what they do.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't checked that out, then you definitely need to check that out.
So he's trying to get to 1,000 followers, is it?
1,000 likes
1,000
and or
likes.
followers.
1,000 likes and or followers on the Zone Perceptions Facebook page.
And if he can reach that, the bakery is going to do a discount day where you can come by the bakery and get your stuff discounted.
Yep.
That way we can kind of bring some attention to Ronnie because I think he's a great guy and he's a small business that's struggling a little bit. So we want to try to bring all the spotlight that we can
So-
to him and what he's doing.
So everybody that's showed the love to us, please return the favor and go do that to Zone Perceptions also.
Like I just invited 1,000 people
Yeah.
because
And
I
I'll-
really want
Well, you guys.
I really want to see him succeed. I really want to see him do good. Man, every time I look up at this TV, I'm thinking, man, that guy looks great.
You do. It's probably the slickest you've looked in a while.
Dude, this is the most I've ever took care of myself. I felt completely pampered while I was there.
So you got the hot towel.
I know I didn't get the hot towel.
I thought that
didn't.
was part of it.
Well, it is part of it, but I kind of was like,
You
I just couldn't get over my man.
yeah, too much of a man. Yeah.
to get it soaked in. But
Not me. I'd be like, hey, put that towel.
yeah, but I got like the fresh razor cut and everything else. It was really good. It was so good, so good.
Did you fall asleep?
No, because we talked the entire time.
Oh.
Like, it was a good conversation. Now, we were supposed to have Sean Jackson on the show tonight. Guys, I apologize. Sean has to work. He could not be on the show tonight. I reached out to him about, I guess it's close to 5 before I found out that he wasn't going to be on the show. So,
But
I
this
want-
time seems to be a legit reason.
yeah. What I wanted to do is surprise my man Jericho, and I brought Austin to us to cut your hair tonight live on the show.
Well, good. Let's
You
do
are
it.
going to get looking fresh like me live here on the show.
Well, how are we going to do this?
What we're going to do is we'll just scoot that table back a little bit. We'll move your chair in the center. Run the arm over while you can still talk. Or maybe even put it on the other side on the other camera and then do the split screen.
Yeah.
But I've asked Austin to come on here. I was like, Jericho's going to wish he got treated this good.
That's not. So is that who's sitting out there in the Sierra?
No, that's really not him. But I think he may have just pulled in a moment ago because I said, listen, Jericho doesn't know anything about this. This is going to be a surprise to him. Like, I'm going to spend the first hour that I'm at the bakery making him regret not going to get his hair cut today. And then we're going to mention how great it was on the show so that we can just kind of further how great it was and how much you missed out.
That's going to be awesome. I'm ready.
And then we're going to bring him in. And you're going to get looking fresh like me.
Live on the show.
Live on the show, man.
Dude.
You're getting like superstar treatment right now.
So,
like, I wish I had a friend that would do that for me.
That's awesome. Yeah. I'm ready.
So he just messaged, and I'm going to bring him in. And
so, I'm sorry, guys, but I'm going to have to take my shirt off. I cannot. I don't know. I don't need to get hair all over myself, so you're going to see some tits here in just a second.
Why don't you get set up over there, or we'll let him get in here and figure out where he needs to be, and we'll get the bakery kind of closed off. That way nothing kind of rolls into there. But I was thinking, man, wouldn't it be awesome if Jericho could get treated that good?
We can do this.
Give me the full screen and then give you like a half screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do that. So that camera's straight on you. Now.
Straight on me.
And then
There he is. Man, he's brought...
turn it like that. And back up like that.
And then you could do... I have bigger chairs in the back there.
What up, guys?
Austin Rice, everybody, with Blends Barbershop out of Williamsburg.
Well, they can't see your face now. Just kneel down a little. There you go. What do you want to say? Bigger chair?
I have like bar stool chairs in the back there. No. You're too fat for that, Jericho. Well, I mean, you won't say heavy. It will just be straight and frank. These are big wooden chairs that a guy could really get a haircut on. Listen, so my wife sees my post on Facebook, and she calls, and she's like, "Oh, you look like 10 years younger." And so, I had to make sure to wink and do what I could to sell it. All right, so shut the door so the bakery's out of it completely. Recording in process.
So how you want me? You can go back the other way.
That's a little uncomfortable, ain't it?
I appreciate this enthusiasm. There we go.
All right, so you got to tilt the camera up, son. Tilt the camera up, son. You got to tilt the camera up, son, and then pull the mic over. That way, you guys can be in the conversation that we're having too. Get it set up, Jericho. Come on, man. This is your stuff.
I did there. It ain't gonna work. You just gonna narrate for us. How about that?
Well, nobody's gonna be able to hear.
So.
Tilt that up just a little bit, guys. This is just completely on the whim. I had no idea that Jericho would jerk his tits out, but he did. That's cool. Whatever. Well, not when I set this up. You had no idea this was going to happen. And then,
Boys, here.
and now we're here.
Boys, look at this.
So again, it's Austin Rice out of Williamsburg. He does a great job cutting hair. You guys are going to get to see it happen.
First hand.
You're going to get it. They're going to get a transformation right here. So that's happening right now. But so tonight, kind of wanted to get a feel on what's everybody going to do for the Nib Rock.
Yeah, ain't that in a week?
That's in like 2 weeks, week and a half, 2
Don't
weeks.
start the 8th.
Yeah, but today's just the 25th.
I normally start out with saying, like, how do you do
What?
How do you like your haircut?
But you already see that.
I mean, I don't know. I even asked Paul, like, hey, what do you want to do here? You know, like, what
Well, he wants a haircut like mine, man.
Yeah, you see how you faded his
Yeah,
that low, really low fade.
So you want a skin fade?
So, kind of like my top the way it
If you guys don't mind, try to speak in the microphone on that side. That way people can hear what you're getting.
this right here. So I like, the skin fade.
Yeah.
If you could fade that up into what it is up here,
Okay, and leave the top.
yeah, leave the top.
Okay.
That'd be awesome.
And then, you want a little bit of beard work, or like?
Give him a little bit of beard work.
Honey, you do what you want to do.
Okay, cool. That's all I need to hear. I just need free reign. Nothing
Well, he asked me, he said, what do you want your hair to look like? I said, dude, just make me look like one of them French girls, man.
Now listen, the shaking it's always like that. So don't be nervous. Worse than having on Gabby.
I ain't
Yeah.
nervous.
See, Paul really told me earlier just to shave you bald on here because that'd be hilarious. But I decided I wasn't going to do
That was a fact. I said, Austin.
I've been telling my wife I probably don't have to, because she say I'm going bald anyway. So I was like, well, if I'm going bald, let's just go ahead and do it.
Yeah, you might as well get rid of it. You know? What do you got to lose? It. Now, there's some guys like I ain't throwing nobody under the bus. I ain't gonna say no names or nothing. There's some guys that I get that come into the barber shop and man, they barely got any hair, and I'm like, guys, when we gonna let it go? Just a couple more weeks. Okay, we'll hang on to it for a little while.
So Austin's going to get you looking like $1 million.
Try to.
So let me tell you something. Jessica's not going to be interested in that Arby's when you get home, my man.
No, she's gonna be wanting to blow me.
Listen, I tell everybody.
Yeah, I can't. You can't say that.
Don't get me laughing while he's got the clippers.
Listen, I tell everybody all the time, I'm a barber, not a miracle worker. So we're gonna do the best we can right here with what we got to work with.
Jonah, I'm not sure they raised enough money yet. I really haven't kept much attention to it because, like I said, I was just sending everybody to Tammy. That way I'm just kind of out of it as far as responsibility other than mentioning and make sure that people know about it, raising awareness. Just mainly because I got a lot of stuff on my plate right now. I didn't want to be responsible for everybody's donations and stuff, and Tammy was the one that asked me to do it. So I'm not really sure where they are as far as donations to Braden. But, also to mention, Austin is going to be giving away, did you say two?
2 free premium services for the little boy.
2 free premium services. Now, these are services, I think you said it was like $50.
Worth $50. That's what I charge in shop for my premium service is $50.
So he's giving $100 worth of services away. The benefit auction is August 1st. We will post it up on our page again. That way everybody knows where it's at, where it's located, and about the service. Now, I didn't realize until Austin and I was talking earlier that the machine that they're getting is pretty much a defibrillator, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something that you can find. It's just what they shock patients back to life with, and that's all they're raising money for this little kid.
The insurance will not pay for that on a 2-year-old boy.
On a 2-year, well, it's sad that a 2-year-old boy would need one of these just to be around, to everyday use. That they don't know that one of these seizures that he has may cause him to need this. But I am a little unsure where they are with it, but that's what they're raising money for, is a defibrillator. And when I was speaking to Austin, he goes, yeah, man, I know about those. I was like, hold on a second, because I'm thinking it's some kind of other device. No, it's just the shock pads. It's the whole shock kit that everybody says clear, they hit the button, and it shocks somebody back to life. That's what they're raising money for. That's what this little 2-year-old needs. So that's what we're raising money for. It's August 1st. It's in Macquarie County, but it's closer to the Williamsburg side of Macquarie County than it is the Somerset side of Macquarie County. So I'm glad you mentioned that. But yeah, we are still raising awareness of that, and still that's next Friday, a week from today actually is when the auction is. We're going to be there. We're going to have Jerry with Kentucky Life is going to be there. RJ's beef jerky, I think he said he was going to donate some bags of beef jerky to be auctioned off up there. And we also got Austin here. He said that he was going to give away 2 premium cuts. So that's awesome. So between the Xbox, the Game Boy, the haircuts, the beef jerky, didn't we say there's almost $700 or $800 worth of retail value stuff anyways?
I got a knife set at my house that was donated. I've been meaning to give it to Tammy, but I'm just going to take it with us and give it to him there.
Anthony Rivera, he goes, I got ethnic hair and can never find cuts like I did in Florida. Well, Anthony, I'm telling you,
Ethnic hair, black hair.
Yeah.
it's not ethnic. It's ethnic.
Ethnic or whatever.
You
Black
fool.
hair. Just say black hair.
I'm sure Austin can help you out. I mean, he's a master barber. That's what you said, right? A master barber. So I mean, he's got apprentices that work under him that he shows how to cut hair. So I mean, I'm sure he'd be able to help you out, Anthony.
I've never done it professionally, but I've cut a lot of hair.
So check him out. He's right there. It's called Blends. Right there in Williamsburg. You get off exit 11. You go to where it dead ends and you make a left. Well, I'm saying when you get off the exit, if you're coming from Corbin, you make a left, and then you drive until it dead ends and make a left. And then it's about a mile and a half on the right. It's right past where you turn in to go to Gatliff and everything else on the right.
Oh, you done it with 792?
Yeah. Well, I'm right at the mouth of 92.
Okay. You across the road from 92?
No.
On the same side.
Oh, same side.
Same side.
So, over
You,
the, over
you probably, you know where the old Dassel Bulls used to be?
right there beside the BP.
No.
He's on the other side of that light.
Yeah. So you get off the mouth of 92E, and you take a right.
And he's like the next driveway
Oh, yeah.
on the
Yeah,
right.
so you're going back toward
I'm right there by Dr. Moses.
Yeah, hamburger hut place or whatever.
G&E. I'm pretty close to G&E, yes, I would say.
Well, was it a Marathon gas station that's been there forever that's right in front of your store?
Well, it used to be the old Dassel Bull building. I don't know
Okay.
if anybody remembers that, but it used to be old Dassel Bulls.
So coming from 3 Point, you're right before 92.
Right.
Right before 92 on the left.
Well, this is awesome. I mean, when you're getting treated up, you come here unexpected
Yeah, this is totally unexpected.
and getting treated up. I wish I had a friend or somebody that would do that for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is nice.
Like I've tried forever to get Jericho's midget buddy to come to the show, and Jericho still can't make that happen.
No, I can't.
He was supposed to be on the show this month. That was a promise you said.
Yeah, he promised.
That was a guarantee is how you sold it to me. Zach Presley, if you're there, you're the reason why I'm going to stop watching micro wrestling.
No, I'll show you the messages. He even said, I promise.
So there was some kind of guarantee that he was going to be here this month, July. That's what you said.
Because this was supposed to be his dead time.
And still, no Zach Presley, no little Elvis coming through the door.
Nope.
Can I just come in here tonight and body something?
I would love nothing more than that door to be kicked open and to be a micro wrestler on the other side of it, pissed off at me or you. I would love it more than anything.
I would too. It is unbelievable how stout they are, though.
Oh, listen, no, they trade. Listen, we're not taking anything. Speaking of wrestling, the immortal Hulk Hogan no longer with us. Let me tell you, that ruined my day. Yesterday was a horrible day just because Hulk Hogan passed. Like he grew up being a hero to me. Like I'd say my prayers, eat my vitamins. I'd cut the tops of my shirt so I could rip them a little easier because I was kind of scrawny when he was super famous when I was a kid. Joe, I'd love to go to a micro wrestling in Pigeon Forge. Just so if Zach Presley was there, I could kick him. I would go just to kick the guy. I'd make signs up and everything. Talk about how bad he sucked. And I love Elvis, so I mean it's not in my wheelhouse to say anything negative about Elvis, but I would. Look at you looking all regal and crap, getting a haircut.
Yeah, he walked in early, and I was like, oh, "Where's Jericho?" You know, I thought both of y'all were coming. You know.
Yeah, Jericho's a no call, no show, my man. What's so crazy is Jericho. This show starts at 7, and Jericho's here at like 4:30 or 5 o'clock. And when I tell him about it, he goes, "Well, you didn't remind me."
Well, at first, I thought you were just being friendly. And, like, a lot of people get on here and they say things just to be friendly, but don't really mean it.
No, I'm about it,
Yeah.
as you can tell.
And then when I seen the pictures that he posted, I was like, "Oh crap, that was real."
I'm been around the bush, man.
But yeah, the Hulk Hogan thing ruined me. Like, so I was an Ozzy Osbourne fan, not as big as my brother. And Ozzy Osbourne, to me, was the king of rock and roll. He's like the real rock and roll, or this type of rock and roll. Like Elvis is the king of that time of rock and roll, and Ozzy was the king of the metal rock and roll. But his death didn't really affect me that much because I thought he was going to die during their series. Remember when they had like the reality TV show?
Yeah.
And hell, he couldn't walk or talk then, and I thought we were going to lose him 10 or 15 years ago. So it didn't really bother me that much. It was odd because he just did that concert in England or whatever, and he sung the Mama, I'm Going Home, and it was wild. But Hulk Hogan, yeah, that was a big deal to me. Anybody got any favorite wrestlers out there? Like, so you said, Paul, what's going to happen when Stone Cold and The Rock and stuff start dying? Because, like all the people we idolize, becoming in your 40s and 50s, they're in their 70s or 80s. So, I mean, they're all the people that you loved as a kid at my age are beginning to die. That's a tough transition.
Well, it's all the ones that made WWE. They're at the age where they're starting to die. I mean, Hulk Hogan is
71.
yeah.
But he's an athlete. Athletes live to like 80. But yeah, I just didn't know how to act. I went home. I started telling, so when we lived in Florida, I went to all of his beat shops. Like, maybe Ric Flair will hurt me a little worse than Hulk Hogan. But I don't know if there's any more wrestlers other than Ric Flair or Hulk Hogan that could devastate me like they did.
Ric Flair's not far from it.
No, he just they thought he was going to be skin cancer. He just said 3 or 4 days ago that he was cancer free.
Yeah, but look how old he is too. Like he's right there with Hulk Hogan.
He may be older than Hulk Hogan,
Yeah, he might be older.
dude. But what a life that guy had, huh?
What's this?
He just had chicks all the time, booze and chicks, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing. Hard time holding these gators down. That guy.
Yeah, and then you got. I mean, he ain't as old, but like Chris Jericho. You know,
You only know that guy's name because it's part of your name.
well, it's part of mine. No, but otherwise, I mean, he ain't as old, but he was also one that helped make WWE.
You know that he is a professional musician.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
You know, he's going to the Scarefest.
Did you know that his band's name was Fozzie Bear? Did you know that?
No, I did not.
There you go.
But he's going to the Scarefest in October. He's going to be participating in it
In Lexington or where?
in Lexington.
I did not know that.
I don't know I don't know any movie or anything he's played in, but he's participating in it for some reason.
Well, he was just on. He does like Carnival Cruise Line stuff and everything else. Like he's a guest on Carnival shows. Guys, if you're just tuning in, we got Jericho getting his hair taken care of by our guy Austin Rice out of Williamsburg with blends. Once the haircut gets done, then we're going to bring Austin in to sit down and have a conversation with us and talk about everything he's got going on. Like, I believe he'll not talk about this probably, but he mentioned this to me while I was at the shop. I think he said something about giving kids haircuts for school, like for free. You thought I was going a different direction, didn't you, Austin?
Yeah. That's going completely left field.
No. He's going to be giving free haircuts to kids.
We'll talk about that and so on and so forth.
We'll talk about that. He's also a coach at the Williamsburg baseball team, high school baseball team.
Sir.
He does that. I mean, this guy, he does a lot of stuff for the community. That he may or may not mention. But if you guys are in Williamsburg, especially you, Anthony, like Anthony, if you will go down there and get your hair cut, I'll pay for it.
Who?
The guy that says he can't get his hair cut like he did in Florida.
Anthony who?
Rivera, not any Anthony that you know of.
No, I went to school with a Black Anthony.
All right, Mr. Jericho, I didn't bring him here, but I got you finished. Just like that.
Well, I'm going to just trust you, which I have him here. So, hold on, I want to do something. Hold on. So, me and
You're fixing to get your tits out, so what are you fixing to do? No dance or
so
nothing.
me and Paul, is this my phone?
It is. I turned it on.
Oh, so me and Paul's talked about me possibly doing a trial run for Country Cupid.
That's a fact.
That is a fact. So, here's my intro.
Do we need music or something? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Watch out, ladies and gentlemen. Man, he's crazy. This guy's crazy. I'm just now seeing it what everybody else is seeing. And how crazy that is. All right, did you want to get him a broom from the back over here?
Is it in the back?
I think so.
Yeah, I'll clean up and so on and so forth.
Before he even gets in here, just want to really thank Austin again for coming all the way here from Williamsburg just to line Jericho out. I knew that he would be a little jealous that he didn't get his hair cut or missed out on the opportunity. I mentioned it to Austin, and he was all about coming and taking care of Jericho. So it's not really so much of me, it's a whole lot of him.
Man, they nobody ever does that for me at the shop.
can't just sit around and watch people work.
All right, guys, we're gonna get everything straightened back out, and then we'll get Austin on here talking about what all he's got going on.
That goes right behind that door over here.
In the meanwhile, while they're cleaning up, I'm gonna enjoy some of this hot and spicy RJ's beef jerky. So Jessica, if you're watching, if you could just put your phone on mute or something, or not pay attention to my face. All right, now you just got to straighten up the cameras and the views. Now just kind of zeroed in on them.
I'm going to.
Too hot take for my blood. I got a ring light and a clipper. That's all I get.
There we go.
There that is.
Now you need to go look at your hair, right?
I'm going to, yeah.
I'm going to go look at his hair before he starts talking about it.
That's smooth. That is smooth.
Dude, it looks good.
Can't see. Huh? Look at that. Check it. Look at this. Huh? Look. Too bad y'all didn't get to see it. Look at it. Just got this right here.
First time for everything.
That's the first haircut on the show, yeah.
Yeah. Man, it's raining out there. It's pouring.
Maybe we should turn this into a monthly special.
Listen,
Monthly special.
Austin's interested in starting his own haircutting kind of podcast he'd mentioned.
Yeah, there's a woman that owns the barber school up here in Corbin, and she does one, and I'm actually being featured on that on Monday, actually.
Oh, on what?
It's her name's Bootsy. She owns the barbering school over here, called from the ice. The ice place, I would say.
Ice House.
Yeah, where they make ice. The ice
Corbin
factory.
Ice.
Oh,
Corbin Ice. Yeah, she owns the barber school. You know where?
Right, Advanced Auto Parts.
Yes, right there. She owns. She's got a podcast that she runs, and I'm actually on
Really?
it next Monday.
didn't know that.
This coming up Monday at
Really?
11:00.
There's another podcast around here?
I don't know about her podcast. I know that she does, that there is like a barber college, and she does like $7 haircuts out of the place.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that they done a podcast though.
Yeah, she's. It's called Bootsy's Cut Podcast or something of that nature.
He's still showing his hair off.
That's right. Gotta give everybody one more good look here. And I want to tell you how gentle he is too. Like, that was nice.
It's a little different. Like you get the whole 9 yards when you're actually in the barber chair.
I know.
So on and so forth.
I didn't get the hot towel or nothing like that.
Dude, I got treated. I got treated. There's a pool table and everything in the place. So like, even if
I'll be
you're
hitting
having
you
to
up.
wait, it's not bad.
No.
So,
There's
so when you doing this kids thing?
So next Friday, either this coming up Friday or the Friday after, we're going to do free haircuts for 2 hours. After hours.
Okay, after hours. I like that.
After hours, me and I got a guy starting. His name's Landon Cloud. He's fresh out of barber school. He just passed his test a couple of days ago. He's actually going Monday to get his license, so he should be in the shop next week. We're going to get his feet wet, and then on either this coming up Friday or the Friday after next, we're going to do free haircuts for the kids that may just not be able to afford it or anything like that. So we're going to do me haircuts as we can do in 2 hours. all completely free.
What time?
We'll probably go from 5 to 7, 5 to 7:30.
It's cutting it close, but I think I can make it.
Well, I think you're a little too old for it, you know.
No, I'm gonna bring my kids.
Oh, well, that's fine.
I have 3 kids.
Yeah, you can bring them, man.
Here I am thinking Jericho's asking for everybody else. He's really just asking for himself. It's like, hold on.
Well, I got 2
What
boys,
day?
and
what time?
well, because I want to make sure that I get home in time, grab my boys, and get up there right when it starts.
Well, you'll have to be here
What you said Friday?
Friday. Yeah.
He can do for an hour by himself. I'll just be late that day. No, I'll have my wife take them.
Yeah,
Let's
but
see. That's so awesome. And man, they said it's Bootsy's Barber Buzz. Is that the name of
yeah,
the
that's
podcast?
it. Yeah.
Podcast.
She said, "Pampered Princess." I am today,
Dude, you look nice.
and I'm proud of it.
You look nice. Hey, do you like beef jerky?
I do.
You need to try some. Try
Oh,
some.
I'm good.
It's not that hot.
It's not like burn your mouth hot.
I'm not talking about it being hot. I'm just talking about the aftermath, boys. It'll be a bad time later.
That's a really good cleansing.
I
That's
guarantee it.
That's what I was telling my son earlier today. I made burgers, and I guess I didn't cook them all the way or something because they're still really greasy. And I mean, they're so greasy, like it soaked the bread. That's how greasy they was. And I'm like,
Sounds nasty.
well, I wasn't gonna tell him, but it kind of was. But I didn't. But I wanted him to eat it, so I just kept my mouth shut. And I was like, I think in my head, man, these really do taste nasty. But anyway, he ate like half of it, so I
Set
was
his kid up for failure.
yeah. But he was like, that's just so greasy, and he was like, I gotta poop. That's all this boy talks about is pooping. And I'm like, well, think about this. I said, all that grease, it just lines your colon, so them turds just poop right out, you know.
It's wild, man. It's wild. So, doing the back to school for kids. What else you got going on?
Man, I can't go into much detail about it, man. But I've been in the shop that I'm at now since October of last year, man, and we're growing. Man, I got 2 new guys getting ready to start at the beginning of next month. One guy starting next week, and another guy starting the second week of August. Man, we're growing, man. And
How many you at now?
I'm at 3 barbers, counting myself as one of the barbers, man. And we're growing, you know. There's only a limitation on how many people you cut. It's really dependent on you. But
How good you are. I mean, this says it
I
all.
appreciate that.
Look at this. Look at this.
But
I got the chair treatment. Like, I got the
wasn't too bad either.
premium.
And the man standing behind it knew what he's doing.
I mean, I got treated good.
like I said, I can't go into much detail about it. But we're in the works of doing something bigger in Williamsburg.
That sounds awesome.
Because there ain't many barbers at all in Williamsburg.
I think there's 2 that run like constantly, and it's myself and Mike's Barbershop is down there. Man, but I'm by myself right now. I've been by myself for a while. I had a guy work there for a little while, and things just didn't work out the way we wanted to work out, and so it's just been me since October, really. And I
Well,
do.
it's tough to grow a business by yourself.
Yeah, it is.
Well, he was wanting $100 a cut, and no one wants to pay that.
Man, it's hard to, and I tell people this all the time, man. It's like your quality of work. You know your own worth at the end of the day. You know,
Yeah.
but you're in such a small, confined area where stuff don't differ any.
Poverty.
So it's hard to take a big jump on prices.
Yeah.
And I tell a lot of guys, like I go to the barber school up here and do demos for the guys that are getting into barbering and show them how to do certain things or how I do certain things. And I tell them, like, at the end of the day, you're not going to come out of barber school making a jack.
No.
You can't. Like, it takes time. You gotta build yourself up, and I really push that because you gotta work towards a goal at the end of the day. You know, you just don't come out and you got it like that, man.
See, I completely agree with you, and I just did this myself. So for years, I'd been charging like subpar prices for my DJ stuff, and I'm staying busy. But then I see people that's charging twice as much as I am,
And staying busy.
and staying busy, but offering the same or worse service than I am.
Right.
And you know, I've made a post about it, and I kind of felt bad after I did, but that's what it was about, is knowing your worth. Is like, you know, guys, I've been doing this for 5 years, and I've been doing weddings pretty consistently for $500, and everybody else is doing it for
Okay.
twice that much.
Red Bull.
I'm good. Thank you.
So I recently moved my prices up because, like, I've done my time. I've done my time in this circuit where you could ask anybody, and if I haven't, there's somebody in your circle that I've done their wedding.
Right.
You could ask my worth to them.
Yeah. Oh crap! I know a lot of people that you've DJ'd for, and they talk highly of you.
Well, I mean, and that's just kind of going back to what you said. You know, you don't start off making it. You build your career, you build your profession, where people start seeking you out.
Right.
Or like, hey, listen, I was watching the No Sugar Coat podcast, and I seen Paul's here, Jericho's, and I want that same guy to give me a haircut. You know, it's something you work for. You know?
Well, hopefully this right here gets you a little bit more business. Like this is, God, man, I just feel the wind right now. Yeah.
And you're right. Some people, and, you know, Melanie says, some people think that paying more is better quality.
That's not
But
always.
it's not.
It's not always, and in some cases it is. You know, you pay for what you get at the end of the day. Like, I know my haircuts are $20 right now. That's with an appointment. You book an appointment with me, you come in, just a regular haircut's $20. But you book a 30-minute slot with me, it may not take me 30 minutes to cut your hair, but you're going to get 30 minutes of my time at the end of the day, you know, and I'm going to give you the best quality I can absolutely offer in that 30 minutes, man, because I'm a quality over quantity, and a lot of places like around here, I would say they're quantity over quality, you know, they want to get
definitely
as
are.
many in and out as possible.
So you're owner operator.
Yeah, I am the owner and operator of Lynn's Barbershop.
So you don't like when you bring all these guys in,
Okay,
you
so,
let them free range or
so the way it works, I am the owner of the barbershop. So the guys that are coming in, and these guys are very talented. I hands down, like they know
Like,
what they're
you
doing.
hand selected these guys. You've seen their work.
Yes, I've seen their work. You know, I've talked to these guys, and they're people I want to be around. You know, it's not like you have a lot of people knocking on your door. Hey, I want a job. Hey, I want to work. Blah 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 blah. These guys, like, you got to sit on them, and you got to give them the best of both worlds. You know, a lot of guys are scared. There's like a certain percent of barbers that come out and just quit after the first year because it's hard, man.
well, that's with a lot of things.
It is. I mean, but these guys that I've got coming in, I have full faith that they're going to be very successful in the career that they have chosen.
Well, I mean, 'cause-
Whether it be under me or if they leave after a while. You know what I'm saying?
But when you bring these guys in, you like set rules with
Okay,
them.
so
or-
the way it works is, as a barber, I own the shop. You come in, you work for me. You pay a weekly booth rent. So you rent the chair and the station from me in my barbershop. You work under my name as a barbershop. So you can so say I hire you as a barber in my barbershop. You could come in and work as many hours of the day you want. But I expect you to be there, you know? I expect you to be there when we open the doors. I don't care how long you stay in the night. I don't care if you're there at midnight cutting hair. At least you're getting out there, man. You know, there's been several nights that I went in at midnight and cut people's hair. And it's not because I had to or...
well, you got a
know,
lot of guys in
yeah.
Williamsburg that work night shift.
Yeah.
You know, they
It's
work down
because-
there at Firestone
It's
or
because
whatever.
they're consistent about it, man. And
Yeah.
I try to be good as I can to everybody, but there's a certain time that you got to stray away from the barbershop and think about your family and everything outside of that. But so that's how it comes in. They'll come in and they'll work the same days as me. The shop days don't change. The time it opens don't change, but they can stay as long as they want to, man. If they got an after hours cut, they want to stay. That's fine. They got a key. They can lock up. I have full faith that they're going to put everything back in order the way they come in with.
I mean, you got to be pretty selective. Like you said at the very beginning of that, this is your name that they're working
Yeah.
under. Like even if Blends is 3 barbers, if one of those barbers did something wrong, blends as a whole
Yeah, it reflects
gets
on
the
me.
bad credit.
Yeah, it really does. Like, and a lot of people don't think of that. Like as you, like a lot of companies, like bigger companies, you mess up. Like, they're like, you done it. Like the boss is like, it's your fault. No, it's everybody's fault as a whole.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
So you let them set their own prices, or
so they'll start out, like the walk-in prices will be the same. Their appointment prices will probably be pretty close to where I'm at. So, I mean, and eventually we'll move up, you know, and not much, but we'll move up in prices as we go through the years to come, man, because that's
See, $20 is pretty standard, right?
it is. I know a couple of barbershops around me are at $15, $14 or whatever. I don't even know what they are. I've not had a haircut in a while, and if I go somewhere, so I go somewhere that I know
Right.
I'm going to get treated right. Sound like it's leaking in there.
But yeah, I know that the barbershop that I went to, it was $18, and then they charge you $2 to use your card. So and then you tip, because guys, you tip barbers. That's a thing. It's real. You
it's
do that.
customary.
You should do that. If you don't tip a barber, you should. But so it's $25. By the time they run my $2 card on an $18 haircut, and I give a $5 tip, $25 all day to get my haircut.
And how long would you say you're in there? You know, like where you used to go to now. Like I know I cut your hair for probably 45 minutes or so.
Yeah.
I mean, but we had a good.
Plus I got like you didn't get you got a good haircut, but you didn't get pampered like I did, bro.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I had beard oil sprayed on me. I had like all kinds of stuff sprayed on me. Like this is the same hair exactly that I left the building with. You know what I mean? You didn't get none of that.
No, I didn't. But to be quick and easy though, like that was quick.
It was quick and it looks great.
It looks great, and that's something too. That shows your skill to do it so quick and still come out as good as that right there. You know,
Without a mirror in front of it.
yeah, that's nice.
And it plays a big course, man. Like I could pack a bag and go anywhere and cut hair, man. But it's so much different being in a barber shop atmosphere. Like it's a big game changer being in your barber shop cutting your people with your tools. You know, it changes a lot. Of
In
things.
your town. Like
Yeah,
you
you're
grew
not-
up in that area.
Yeah, I'm from Winsburg. Graduated from Winsburg in 2022. I fiddled in with the Cumberlands doing a law degree. Didn't enjoy it, so I went to barber school, man. I didn't think I would like it then, and I did the deed, and here I am. I mean, I'm happy as I can be, man.
Well, I mean, you just look like a modern barber, you know.
And that's weird that you say that, because like I tell people all the time that like I'm a barber, and they're like, "There's no way you're a barber," you know. I was like, "Yes, I am." I like because a lot of people's got this image in their head and a bunch of just old guys that cut hair, and that's the barbering game has changed so much in the past couple of years. Like it's the biggest growing industry in the United States right now. Barbering is.
Man, because so I'm in the car and I'm on my way home, and I'm looking in my rear view mirror at my head, you know.
You about Rick.
Well, I mean, I was like, I don't think I've ever had so many straight, tight lines, ever. Like my lines are straight, and that's something I really enjoyed. And like when everybody was getting their line cut in the side of their head, you know, that was people still do.
Yeah, they still do that today.
I have
But
several people that still come in and get a hard part, man.
yeah,
And they don't mean the quality of the haircut changes. I still give them the cleanest fade I can possibly can. I make my lines straight as possible, man.
but the lines, like that's something, because you know that's something that's overlooked a lot of times by other barbers and places I've been to in the past. You know, they just kind of buzz over it,
Yeah.
get it the same size as everything else, but they don't bother with making it straight.
Well, I think a lot of barbers, white people, doesn't really focus on straight lines. You know,
White people.
a white guy. You know, how many white guys you see out here that's always got straight lines, this and that.
Well, I think it's getting bigger, man.
I have
It is
several. I
growing,
have several
but-
clients that look and walk around with the straightest lines as possible, man. I try to make everybody feel like they're the best in the chair, because a haircut can change your life, man. And a lot of people don't look at it. I was telling Paul earlier, I was like, a haircut can make you meet your first girlfriend, get your first job.
I tell
you know?
that right there. That's what I tell a lot of people. Your hairstyle could allow you to get a job or
Yeah, I mean, you can
make them say, "Get out of here."
Yeah, that's a lot of things. Like you got to look presentable in this world nowadays.
Yes.
Like it's really your appearance is everything.
The best word to use is tight. Like, you just got to be tight. Your package has got to be tight. However you present it, it's got to be tight. It doesn't matter what you're presenting, so long as it's tight. It's wrapped up tight. Everything goes together.
Wide
When you were saying-
tighties.
When you had said something about, a haircut changed your life, and I was like, yeah. I said, dude, I tell you, and I've said this 100 times, nothing makes me feel better than a haircut or a new pair of shoes.
Ah, yes. I love shoes too.
Like, I get a new pair of shoes and a haircut. Like, I don't think there's somebody around me more confident than I am in that moment.
I have more shoes than my wife,
Yeah.
if that says anything. I like shoes and I like haircuts.
Yeah.
I like my boys to have fresh cuts and stuff. I always give them their haircuts, and
And there's nothing wrong with that, you
No.
know. Like I have a couple people that I cut their little boys, and their dad's like, "Hey, can I watch you do this? I want to do this," you know. And you're more than welcome to. Like I cut a little boy. I ain't gonna say his name, or I'm not gonna say his grandmother's name. I cut a little boy, and his grandma's a cosmetologist, and he comes to me like to cut his hair because he don't want his grandma to. And his grandma,
Right.
every time she's in there, she sits there and watches me do it. I show her every step I take, everything I do, and he just won't go to her, won't give her the opportunity because it's just an adaptive thing. You get used to having your hair cut by somebody over and over again, you know?
yeah.
That's something else we talked about.
Yeah.
Once you become somebody's barber, you're their barber. And I think that is even like kids. Like,
So
the same guy's been cutting my son's hair since he was a baby. He knows my son. My son hops in the chair. They know exactly how they want it cut. There's just that relationship that you have with your barber when you find your barber. Kind of like a cake lady, as what I was telling you, is like, Leanne's done so many cakes that's you did my birthday cake, and then you did my wedding cake, and then you did my baby shower cake, and now you're doing my first child's cake. Like, we grew up with these people doing that, and that's because once you find that person, like a barber, you just stick with them.
well, it's a loyalty thing though, and living in a southern state, there is a lot of loyalty around here. You may not realize it's loyalty, but that's what it is. You may not think of it that deep, but just some people was like, well, okay, it's haircut day, I'm going to this guy, and every haircut day they go to that guy.
And it's a real thing. Like what Jericho is saying is a real thing. Like it's weird for a lot of people like nowadays to come in and see me, a young new barber, be like, can you really cut my hair? I've been going to the same guy for 20 odd years. I mean, yeah, man, I can cut your hair. I
Right.
mean, you may not like it or may not justify it the first time because you've been so used to going to somebody else for so long, man. It's just a used to thing,
Well, I mean, that's something you told me while you're sitting in the chair. He goes, Paul, I've just got to learn your head.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's what it really boils down to.
Well, see, I cut hair in the military when I was doing that little gig. Cut a lot of, different hair, a lot of black hair, I should say.
Okay.
And I got so good at it, all these boys, they quit going to the on-base barber. They start coming to me because I learned their heads. I learned the grain. I learned how it grows and this and that. And
I mean, that's certainly part of it. I was talking about it as an individual. Just
like-
individually.
Yeah, like over time, I got a guy that comes once a week, every week. Like he don't ever miss a week, and like I know his hair like the back of my hand, man. I could cut it 1,000,000 times. I could probably cut it with my eyes closed. So he comes, he's so consistent. He gets the same thing every time, and I mean, he's probably one of my best clients, man. And over time, like that first time that I cut his hair, it probably wasn't the best, man. But over time, I've worked it, and now
But you
here
see
we
how
are.
it lays and the
Yeah.
way that it cuts, and you know how it. Because I mean, there's a lot to that stuff. And you know, your Jonah had mentioned earlier. He said that you know when we're talking about prices and stuff like that, people don't realize what it takes for you to operate. You know, they don't understand how much the beard oil is, or all that stuff that you sprayed on me is, or the tools that you got to use, because you're not using an old Flowbee or an old wall clipper. You're using top of the line stuff to do this stuff, and I mean, which justifies a better or a more premium price.
Right. And that really reflects back to if you have the best stuff, you did the best work. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like reflected on like mowing and stuff. You got the best mower. You did the best cutting of the grass. Same thing, man. And there's a lot of money into barbering, and a lot of people don't know that.
That's why you said that. Just the cutting of grass.
Well, no, but like we were saying is that's what drives the cost.
It really does. That's what it really boils down to, man. You gotta, you want the best. You want to look the best, but you don't want to pay the price. And I've seen several people on Facebook say you want quick and cheap, or you want fast and good, and so on and so forth. Man, I mean, if you're going in for yourself, you want the best, and you don't have to pay the best to get the best. At the end of the day, I mean, I'm not saying that I'm the best by any means, but I mean, I would consider myself a decent barber, you know. And my prices may be higher than everybody else around, but I promise you're going to feel the best when you leave my shower.
I forget how that says, but it was like you want fast and good or good and fast, because you can't have both or something
Right.
like that. But that's wild.
Well, you got all these young boys. I mean, they're going to be a good example in my head, because most of them, I say 90% of them out here, are still trying to chase tail. You know, so they come to you and they, you know, they're not thinking of, hey, you know, I'm trying to pick this girl up. I need to look fresh. It's just a manly thing for them. They're like, I just want to look good. So you should start telling them, say, you're trying to look good to chase this tail out here.
Right.
So you're going to pay that good quality.
Jeez, oh Pete,
Ah,
man, he's wild. This guy's wild tonight.
hey,
What haircut has changed him 100%.
Completely.
I ain't chasing tail. I'm going home.
But I mean, like you said, it's not always what you pay for is what you get, but a lot of times it is.
It is.
If you want really good service, you want top of the line stuff, you know, that's expensive. And owning and operating your own business is expensive. I mean, people don't really take that in. You know, even if you did cut like 100 people's hairs a month, you know, or hair a month, that probably just kind of scratches the surface of what all your concerns are, what all your worries are. Because, you know, how many people are thinking that you have to pay insurance on your building? You know, that factors in your cost.
Yeah.
The insurance on your building, you know, all the products that you use, all the, you know, what if something tears down, what you got to fix, you know,
So-
business license, you got to redo your barber's license or certification every year too.
Once a year.
Also, right?
Yeah.
Like people don't take all that into consideration.
So I say $2,000 a month doesn't even scratch the surface.
But it's wild.
Not in today's age. Ain't no way $2,000 a month would
Well, I mean,
cover
plus,
that.
especially how nice your building is. I mean, like you have a really nice shop. I went in there; the floor is really nice. Like I said, some 70-inch TV, pool table, and you know, I meant to get a whole big showing of the back and everything
Yeah,
else.
he
And
run
I
out the door.
laughed.
He was so excited. And
I
run out
was
the
so
door.
excited. To
Do you
get
have a
home.
mini fridge?
I do have a mini
There
fridge.
is a mini fridge.
Oh. Well, look at you, full
There
service.
is a mini fridge. Like
Yeah.
it's the whole deal.
I got a pool table. I got 3 barber stations, big TV, waiting area, and in the back I got another TV with some movie chairs in the back. It's really comfortable. Like, and that's the environment I wanted when I first got into barbering. I wanted it to be open. I wanted it somewhere where people can come hang out. You know, a safe space, man. I got a lot of buddies that come in and just shoot pool. Like, you don't even got to come in and get a haircut, man. I just want you to feel at home there. And that's what it
Well,
really
and,
boils
and
down to.
just having people there hanging out and stuff makes you look busy
Yeah.
and gives the appearance, hey, that guy knows what he's doing. Let's
Right.
let's go check him out.
And it definitely changes the game, man.
Well, like you said, like, Melanie said it. Therapist. I bet you hear more people's problems in your chair than a therapist does at a clinic.
Well, it's funny that you say that, man, because like everybody just thinks you come into the barber shop, you're just gonna sit and just talk about whatever, the sports, whatever. We talk about everything, you know, it all the way down to the nitty gritty about it, man. And I got a lot of college kids, you know, and so I catch up on the college drama, whatever, what's happening at the college or whatever. And like a lot of these guys, like these younger guys, you know, I mean, I would say I pick on them a little bit, you know, just to get a laugh out of them. And I remember getting picked on as a kid, like at the barber shop, you know, I got sprayed with water.
I'm in
So
my
on.
30s and I still get caught a kid, so it never ends.
Right, and
As long as you're hanging out with people that's older than you, you'll always be caught a kid.
right, and you know, it's just to get a laugh, and you know, they enjoy it, you know, like I cut a little boy yesterday, and I was like, here, spray your dad, you know, and I gave him the water bottle, and he sprayed his dad, and he thought it was the best thing in the world, you know. It's just the little things that change the atmosphere that makes it so much better, and you can tell the difference between like a serious conversation and just like, hey, let's goof off, you know.
Yeah, you definitely can.
You know, with that said, there also needs to be some kind of conversation of getting away from the idea that men shouldn't take care of themselves.
No, they definitely should
Right.
take care. You should always.
Like my wife earlier said, pampered princess.
It's called
And
personal hygiene.
Yes, but sometimes you need to take care of yourself. Sometimes it just feels really good to sit in a barber chair and just get took care of. And we need to get away from the idea that men can't have a premium experience getting their hair cut, because you hardworking men deserve it. If you guys out there busting your asses and doing that, there is nothing wrong once a month, or hell, twice a month if you can afford it, to go and get your beard trimmed up nice, get smelling good, get your hair looking right.
Yeah.
Your wife will appreciate it. Your girlfriend will appreciate it. It's nobody's doing your toes and your nails. They just treating your damn head good.
Well, it's everything. Like, you should go to this man to get your top looking good, then go home and do your bottom, man. Come on, manscape a little bit.
I was just kind of getting at, or getting away from the idea that it's girly or less of a dude that goes in there to get a premium service.
It's not.
I don't think it is either.
I have several people, like men, like manly men, that get it, and they say it's the best thing they've ever had.
What you saying? We ain't manly men?
No, I ain't saying that. And a lot of people, like, straight away, we're going back to that cost factor. And like I break it down to a lot of guys, like, you get a haircut twice a month, that's $40 for you to look fresh the whole month. Or if you got a beard, that's $50, and you look good the whole month. A lot of people's like, oh my God, you know, going to get my haircut so expensive. I mean, but if you really like think about it, I mean, $40 a month. I mean,
Right. Well, see, when I think about men like my dad, you know, who would just go in there to get a haircut, and that'd be it. That's all he would let you do, because he had this idea of what manly was or whatever, or it's like, no, I ain't gonna let nobody trim my beard. I ain't gonna nobody do this and do that. And I think that we were even talking about your dad. And your dad's like, I'm not about all this stuff. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
you got to be okay with it. Like, you got to start taking
You
care
gotta
of
let your
yourself.
egos go a little bit.
Yeah,
That's what it boils down to. Is you got too big of an ego.
Right, we'll reflect on my dad right there. I post videos. I wouldn't consider myself content, but I post my haircuts and he's all the time hounding me like, why ain't I on Facebook? Why ain't you posting me? I was like, Dad, you ain't getting nothing fancy. You're just getting a high and tight, man. Like everybody sees this all the time. They want to see the exotic stuff. And don't get me wrong, I love my dad, and
right.
but he just.
He's set in his way. This is what he likes.
Yeah, and I mean, if he wanted to venture out, we can venture out. We can try whatever in the world. I don't care. But he's had the same haircut for so long; it's so hard to like change it. And he did shave his beard off
Right.
a while, like completely off. And I've not seen my dad without a beard. I want to say almost life, man. And it was a change, man. I mean, it's just little things in life that make a difference.
What's wrong with old fashioned is what your dad said. Nothing. And that's kind of what I was getting at, is that, just to repeat myself, just kind of got to get away from the idea that you don't deserve it, or you shouldn't spend it, or whatever. You should treat yourself. And like you said, you can get a haircut twice a month, but just get a really nice cut once.
Because it is amazing. Like you said earlier, it is amazing what a haircut would do for you.
How you feel afterward.
Right.
Yes. It changes. At least for a good solid week, I always feel amazing. I'm like, man.
Well, I can tell you and this is just me being very open here. I sat down in your chair, heavy. I had a lot on my chest, a lot on my plate, and by the time it was over, man, I got up and I looked at myself in the mirror. I'm like, hell yeah. You know what I mean? It was like one of those, it gave me a breath. From everything that I was going through and everything I'm going through, it just kind of gave me a breath. And then I call my wife, and she sees me, and she just kind of lights up. She's like, because he had to get out the fork things to comb through my beard and stuff. I was like, dude, I don't use no oil. I just grow this on my face is all. Like, I don't do any product.
So it was pretty mangled.
It was. I had to take a pic through it and get it done mangled.
And I was like, but anyways, my wife looks at me on the phone, and she's like, oh, you look so much younger. And just to see her look at me that way, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't the same guy that she woke up to this morning.
Right.
But it was a different look. And it felt good.
Right.
And everybody deserves that. Whether it be once a month, once every 3 months, however you can afford it, you should definitely, gentlemen, go get your hair cut. Get treated good.
Austin said you look like Mac Miller.
But
And you kind of do, really.
absolutely nothing wrong with
No, there
old
isn't.
fashioned.
Well, now when I say old fashioned, I'm like how we look now. Straight, clean cut. I don't like this long, raggedy looking hair that a lot of these boys try to wear nowadays and stuff. My thought on old fashioned is, clean cut,
And-
Tight.
tight. Yeah,
And
tight.
that's what we want. Like, I have guys with the long stringy hair and the curly hair. I got them with the mohawks and everything. I mean, at the end of the day, it don't matter. Like, you have so much in your arsenal to be able to adapt to everybody. It's a mix of old school and new school. It's a collaboration. Like, I'm sure I sprayed enhancements. It's a product that you spray on, and I'm sure Paul's never had that before. Like,
Never.
it's a different experience.
Well, like before school let out, my older son goes right here to Corbin, and before school let out, I was sitting there waiting to pick him up one day. Bell rings, all these kids start running out, and I'm looking at boy after boy after boy after boy. They all look identical. I'm like, what's going on here? I'm like, it's getting to a point where you can't tell them apart. And I start noticing they all have the same exact haircut. Every single one that come out that door, same exact haircut. That long, kind of afro type.
The Patrick Mahomes is what I
Yeah.
call it.
Yeah,
and-
that kind of haircut. And I'm like, dude, why doesn't anybody, like, when we went to school, you was your own person. You didn't try to look like the next guy.
See, we all looked alike when we went to school too. We all had the same
nice
haircut.
and tight. We all look nice and tight, you know?
They all look alike. It's just different times. It's just different times. Is all.
And that's what it really. It's just like it's just a trending thing, you know. A lot of
Right.
people you like trending on this, trending on that, and that's a big thing. Like I do. There's you've probably never heard of it. It's called a burst fade. It's like it's a fade around the ear, and it's real sharp in the back, V'd out, and like longer on the top and the back. And I'd probably do 10 or 15 of them a day, man.
Yeah, like really long up top.
Well, I wouldn't say too long. I mean, probably
Kind of curly and
kind of
everything.
curly,
Yeah.
and it like kind
Yeah.
of looks like a mohawk. And I do a lot of those, man. 'Cause
See-
that's what's in.
But a lot of these boys that's getting them, they don't look good.
That's his opinion.
That
If
is
you-
my
if you got
opinion.
kids that look that way. Jericho's not saying you got ugly kids. He just say he don't prefer the haircut.
Well, you got to get a hair. I think your haircut should kind of be uniform to your body.
And they always said in barber school, it all depends on your head shape, man. And that's what it really boils down to. And, you know, as a barber, like, you come in and sit down in my chair, I'm going to give you my opinion. Even if you don't want it, I'm going to give you my opinion.
Well, at least
on
you do.
What looks good, you know, what I think would look good on you. Like, Paul said, I normally get this, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so I took what he had and previously got and how he likes it, and I made it my own. Like,
Yeah.
I probably did it completely different than anybody else that's ever done it, and because it's my own style.
But it looks good.
Looks damn good.
He done good on you. I'm telling you. Yeah. You know?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Like I said, I called my wife as soon as I left the place.
I really want that, but I shouldn't drink.
So, what are the struggles you had doing the barber stuff?
Man,
I mean, we've talked about all the rainbows and stuff, and some of the expense and this and that. But what are the struggles of a small town barber?
I mean, it really boils down to, like, I would say people like trusting you. I would say because they're so used to going to this place or that place, so on and so forth. You know, that's what it really boils down to. Like, they're not used to having someone as young as me,
Hey, buddy, I offered.
having someone as young as me cut their hair. You know.
Right. Well, I mean, that's probably kind of what I thought it was going to be. Is that a new face, a new shop, and people have been going to the same person? Because again, you know, barbers, in my opinion, are a lot like people that do cake. You see the same one.
Yeah.
So it's hard to build your client base up if you're young and you're new,
Right.
because they've all been going to the other place. And I guarantee you that there's a community. I just probably need to not sugarcoat it. The fact is, you got to fit in a box that somebody already owns.
Right.
You know, there's already a prominent barber that barbers there that's been cutting people's hair for 30 or 40 years that you got to be respectful of, and still try to build your own clientele outside of that.
Of course.
Is that one of the biggest obstacles you have, or one of the biggest things?
I would say so because, like, less than, I'd say, a mile away from me, there's a walk-in barbershop, and you could go in there all day long. And, I mean, if you want to sit there all day, you can, you know.
Right.
But, like doing the appointment side of it, you know, I do my appointments in 30-minute increments, and I try to get as many people in as I can. And, like, on the walk-in part of it, you know, where I've been by myself, I ain't been able to do as many walk-ins as I would like to, because I'm so slammed with everybody I got. Which bringing in these other two barbers is going to help me out a lot,
Right.
because they're going to take a little load off of me, I would say.
But I know that was a thing that we had when we first opened with the cake stuff, was try to be respectful to everybody else that done cakes, but still try to find our own way.
Right.
You know, because I don't know that we have an issue with anybody that does. We're right beside a bakery. You know, we send people to them that if they want gluten free, they go to there. But try to find our own space in a space that has tons of other people doing what we're doing and being different enough to stand out.
Yeah.
You know, to grow.
And that's what it boils down to. Like, my quality is different than the other guy's quality, you know?
That's the same thing with this right here. I tried designing this to make people feel comfortable coming here. You know, like obviously I want this to grow as big as I can possibly get it, but when you walk in, I want you to feel comfort.
Right.
I want you to feel like, man, this is cozy.
Right.
And then you enjoy your time being here, and you want to come back and talk with us and sit down and just have a good time. And I mean, I've offered you drinks and stuff. You didn't take them, but
I appreciate it.
Well, see, then we got RJ's Beef Jerky chiming in. Now, like I said, RJ's is the official beef jerky of the No Sugar Coating podcast. He asked, do you sing? Barbers are the only thing that has bigger jerk fans than jerky does.
Do I sing? I do not sing, and my soon-to-be wife lets me know every day I cannot sing worth it.
that is an old-fashioned thing, though. Used to, barbers, you'd hear,
It was a barbershop quartet.
yeah, you'd hear them singing.
That's
and
what it
stuff.
was called.
Boys, I promise I cannot carry a tune at
Yeah.
all.
What about, I didn't even look. Do you have one of those old barber things outside your...
I do not have a barber pole outside of my shop.
You should get one.
Well,
I mean, that's a tradition that
it is. It's
you're trying to maybe get away from, right?
well,
doing new
in
stuff.
in certain sense, I really should have one out there because, traditionally, if the barber pole's spinning, that means you're open.
Yeah, I don't think anybody should ever do away with the barber pole. Like, that's the signature of a barber.
That's like taking the pole away from a stripper.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
But the future is bright. Like I said, I can't speak much about it, but there's a change that's coming very, very soon that will shock Winsburg, I would say, in a way, because
So that's awesome.
You're doing barber and pizza.
nope, good guess, but
Well, that's awesome. Well, I you know what? And we're not ending the show right now, but would you guys like to announce that when you're ready right here on the show?
Meaning,
I don't see why not.
come back and announce it? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, come back and tell us what the big announcement that's going to shock Williamsburg is going to be.
Yeah, I'm sure that the guy that I've teamed up with would enjoy that.
Because we love to
Oh,
have
so it's so
breaking news.
secret. You can't even say his name.
Well, I wouldn't. Yes, I cannot say his name.
The name that shouldn't be spoken.
Yeah,
Jesus.
because we're trying. We're really trying to build the hype behind it, man. Because it's an innovative idea, I would say.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, no, that's why I was.
it's going to be pretty radical.
So it has something to do with food.
No, it does not. It has nothing to do with
What the hell did
food.
he say to make you think it has anything to
He
do
said
with
I was
food?
close. When I said
That's because you said
I said
barber and pizza. What do you think that?
and he said
you
no,
were
but you're close.
You are close because I'm a barber and it's going in with something else.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought I was close.
So,
Yeah, I'm sure
yeah,
the
if you'd
guy.
like to break the news here, we'd love to have
Meet your partner.
Of course, yeah.
I'm sure he'll accept a
First-
drink.
the first news. RJ's recommended a Cupid barber that maybe you could get a guy that dresses up and his gut hangs out and cuts.
Cupid barber.
And grinds on people.
That'd be pretty radical.
That'd be. I don't know that
I would do
sign
it.
up for that.
I'd do it.
I wouldn't.
I don't know if I could do it every day. I would definitely be a guest.
Like
Every now and
once
then.
ever blue moon just come in and
Who's ready for a haircut?
So we got kind of the small town side of it. I mean, what is does anyone know who the Duck is and why they're coming to Corbin? I've been seeing the sign for days down by Sweetie's Ice Cream. I don't even know what she's talking about.
The duck. I don't know. I know KCOC's doing a duck derby at the water park in Williamsburg, August the 23rd, all day long. If you want to come, shoot on down there.
But I mean, what are your goals? What are your goals with your shop?
Man, I don't know what my end goal is, man. Because, I mean, at this point, it's just what's next, you know? What surprise is next? How far am I going to grow? How many more barbershops can I potentially open, you know?
Your end goal should be.
Maybe I'll franchise it out, you know?
That's right. That should be your end goal. Just getting all kinds of people under you, and you ain't got to strike a lick at nothing and still make good money.
And people ask me all the time, are you just going to just open a bunch of places and let people work? And I'm like, nah, I'll probably still cut hair, man. You know, I enjoy it. It's not like I don't enjoy what I do.
It is very peaceful.
Enjoy it. If I didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't do it.
So I used to have a lot of guys come to me to have their hair cut. I always done it out of my house and stuff and didn't charge them because, I mean, I just enjoyed doing it, which they're all doing their own things now. Everybody grows apart. But when I was doing that, I mean, it's just like what we've been sitting here talking about, just so peaceful. You know, sitting there cutting their hair, you don't never know what conversation's going to spark. You're just sitting there having a good time. And then when they're done, getting to see their reaction is, for a barber itself, is a greater joy.
Yeah, like it just spin Paul around in the chair and ask him how he looks like, and you could just tell like he was like surprised that he looked the way he did, you know, and the purpose of that, like in my barbershop, you was there. Like I don't have a mirror in front of you. You cannot see yourself the whole time while I'm cutting your hair. It's pretty much a surprise at the end of the haircut, whether you look good or you don't.
Yeah, no, he never turned me to a mirror until it was done.
Yeah, because a lot of times, like, I used to work at a barber shop that had mirrors in front of you and mirrors behind you, and a lot of times, like, guys would sit there and be like, "Hey, you gonna do this? Hey, you gonna do that?" And it's very aggravating, man. At the end of the day, you don't want to be pressured in what you're doing. You know, like, give me an idea of what you want, or show me a picture. A picture's worth 1,000 words in this industry. It really is. Like, you could show me a picture of anybody, and I'd be like, "Yeah, we can get it close to that, but you ain't gonna look like that guy right there," you know. And so, just initially turn them around towards the mirror and letting them see themselves is the biggest part of the thing. Like, just the way they light up or the way they talk about it, you know. I got a lot of college kids, they started a hashtag about me. Like, my Instagram tag is Rice Krispie Fades, you know, and so a lot of the college guys are tagging me now, hashtag Rice Krispie Fades, and they'll post their haircuts, and that's the coolest thing in the world, man, to me.
It is.
Like, I enjoy the fact that they're so ecstatic about my haircuts, you know.
Like you said,
She said talking to a barber is better than talking to a dentist. Well, of course, you can't talk to a dentist.
well, I mean, like you said, a haircut could change someone's life. I remember when I first got on TikTok and I'd see the Vic Blends guy?
Yeah.
He'd go out and cut the homeless hair or whatever, and having these people that looked like they'd been at the end of the road. And by the time he was done, just being kind, cutting their hair, it transformed. You could see the transformation from the moment before the cut until after.
Right.
And I bet that'd be pretty gratifying. Just you and your customers and stuff like that. And like I said, when I'm talking about myself, and I never got any kind of treatment like that with a haircut ever. You know, I had this sprayed on my face and this spray and this and product and this and that. And he goes, "Hey man, you want to fix it up?" I said, "Listen, however you do it is exactly how I'm going on the show with it. If we don't put nothing in it, then I'm not going on the show with anything in it. However it looks, that's what we're rolling with." But yeah, and I thought that was odd that I didn't have a mirror in front of me, or you didn't turn me around to face the mirror at all until we were done.
Right.
And I'd even thought about that. I was like, normally when they're cutting the back of my hair, not so much on the sides. When your sides are, they can point you anywhere. But when they cut you the back of your hair, normally they turn you around to face the mirror. No, I never seen the hair until it was done. Like there was a real surprise moment.
I like that too. I like that though. That's the unveiling.
Yeah, that's really what it was. So, gotta ask, do you believe in Bigfoot?
And I want you to look at them real hard.
I would say I don't know.
Do you have any Bigfoot stories?
I do not have any
No.
Bigfoot stories at all.
No, is not going to work for us. I
I
want you.
cannot say that I've had any Bigfoot stories or sightings of Bigfoot
But in the back of your head, do you believe that he may or may not be real?
I would not think that Bigfoot is real in a certain sense.
See, that's exactly what I say. Jericho, on the other hand, tries to twist words to make people give them an ounce of an idea that Bigfoot is real.
All right, aliens.
No.
That makes sense. A man that don't believe in Bigfoot, I think, shouldn't believe in aliens either.
No. Can't say I believe in aliens either.
Yeah? No aliens.
No.
So you've never like aliens. I that's kind of the teeter tot, really, Bigfoot and aliens. but you hear more people say that they may have seen something that could relate to UFOs or this and that. You've never had anything like that throughout your entire life.
I cannot say I have.
Not one moment in your life made you question that may have been an alien.
Nope.
Ghost.
Paranormal. That's in some assets I do believe in it in a way. It's kind of crazy, man. Because there's a story I won't tell you because the other guy, when he comes in here, I'll let him tell you about it when we announce it or whatever. Because he's had an experience where he's had a paranormal person come in and so on and so forth, and like it's wild. It's really wild.
Well, see, we've had paranormal investigators here on the show because we were just kind of curious what all they come up. You don't have any ghost stories.
I can't
Nothing.
say that I do.
Nothing. So
Nothing.
your life has been nothing but cutting hair.
Nothing but cornbread, man. No wild.
You've not had nothing extravagant happen, like nothing that made you question some of this stuff may be real.
Can't say I have.
God, you got a dull life.
So,
What? You're the first person I can say I've ever met that has said no to everything and has never experienced anything. I've never met anybody that hasn't.
he didn't entertain it even for a second.
No.
That is a 10 or 15 minute conversation that we are done with in a minute.
Wow. That's your first one I've ever met. So applause to you. That's the most boring thing ever.
So now while I try to think of something to fill the space.
So Lynn made that comment there. Her mom's ghost is here at the bakery again. When she was telling me the story, I think she said it was earlier today. She heard the bell ring like somebody walked through the door, and it just goes like "Dino." Well, she said it done that, and then it chimed afterward. It like somebody's phone went off or something. So she thought somebody was here, and walks out here and no one's out there. And then them markers right there behind your head. We was sitting right here one night, and they just fly off the wall, all by themselves. And me and him both seen it.
You're fixing to get married.
I am.
Change topic. Married. Who's marrying you?
Her name is Megan Lawson. Her dad owns O'Neill Lawson Funeral Home over here across town, actually.
Megan Lawson.
Yeah.
Now there's two Megan Lawsons. Which one?
The one that's fixing to marry him. Is
Yeah.
what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Well, there's two. How old is she?
She's 22.
Okay, not the one I know of. That means there's three Megan Lawsons in Williamsburg.
He owns this funeral home
Yeah, right over here.
on the
O'Neill-
other side of the street.
Yeah, O'Neill Lawson Funeral Home.
That guy's wild.
Well, let's get him.
That guy is wild. Mr. Lawson, if you're watching this, he's a wild guy.
Why ain't we got him on here then?
I don't know. See, we're going to have the Van Kirks on here Monday. Van Kirk and Gressel or whatever. Because I have funeral home questions I need to ask.
I'm sure Mark has plenty of stories and questions that he can answer. for
Mark
you.
is one of the funniest funeral home directors I've ever met.
Well, that sounds like my type of guy.
Like, I have a story that I'll not share live of me and Mark. Because when I worked at the hospital, I did security there. And we always escorted the funeral homes to the bodies of the patients or, to the deceased. And he would come all hours of the night to pick up the deceased. And I caught him on a bad time one night. And he had the funniest thing that he said to me. And I'll tell you after the show's over or whatever. But, yeah, I probably should have asked him to come on the show.
So Megan Lawson is who you're marrying.
Yes.
Who is marrying you to?
Who's going to be the preacher is what he's asking. Or the pastor. Or,
His
So I
name's
just
Rodney.
realized I think every one of you's misunderstood my question.
We're talking about the preacher, right?
Yeah, now.
His name.
And I was talking about the preacher to begin with.
Oh,
Not who are you marrying, but who is marrying you.
his name's Rodney.
Carrington?
that's the comedian.
Yeah, I know.
That's the,
Do you know who that is? Really? Wow.
well, see, I think that you went to the prom with this girl, did you not?
Yeah.
Okay. I was doing a birthday party the same night as the prom for one of Mark's other daughters or somebody, right? Because you crashed our party. Do you remember
Over here
this?
at the like you're going to
Off
Barberville?
25.
Like
Like
you're going to
Barberville.
Yeah. I was there.
Yeah, like you had left the prom. You're like, the music sucks. We're not really having a great time. And then you stopped by, was it one of his other daughter's parties?
Something of that nature. I
Like
can't
she
remember what
maybe
it was.
graduated?
Yeah, maybe a
Became an
graduation party. I
artist,
can't
or
even
nurse?
remember. It's been so long since then.
It was too wild of a night. He can't remember.
Well, I mean, it could have been. Could have been. But no, I remember that now because you had, like, you had a red and black tux, all right? Red and black? Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems like. But no, I remember that. And you were like, the prom sucks. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Because I didn't know her, but I knew you. And I talked to you for just a moment. Rodney Edwards, probably. Great guy, good friend. Trying to guess who the preacher is that's going to be marrying you.
Listen, you had to ask my fiance what his last name is.
I was asking him questions because I'm going to be DJing the wedding.
Oh,
I was like, hey, man, where's this at? What's this going on?
got a good guy doing it.
And he's like, hey, man, they just told me what time to be there. If you have any questions regarding anything wedding related, talk to her about it. I said, man, that's exactly how I was with my wedding, where I just wanted it to be perfect for her. It didn't matter.
And that's really what it boils down to. I wanted her to be happy.
Didn't matter to me what you just tell me where to be, where to stand, what to say, and I'll do it. So long as you'll agree to marry me, I'll do it. I'll do whatever.
That's
Right.
most men, though.
Yeah.
She's probably actually watching this right now as we speak. Yeah. If I was a betting man, she's actually on her bachelorette trip right now.
Oh yeah, where at?
She's in Pigeon Forge with her.
Pigeon Forge.
Yeah, she went down there. She actually left today, so. She's
Well,
probably on-
Nashville's a hot spot for bachelorette parties.
It is.
But I reckon Nashville gets pretty wild.
It does get wild in Nashville. So that's happening later on this year. You're bringing in more people to your shop, giving away haircuts, this Friday or next. So it's August 1st or August 8th.
Yeah, one of the two. We're working out the kinks right now. But we'll post it on Facebook when we're doing it.
Well, it don't matter. I was gonna say don't do the first. There's so much going on the first. We're already busy, you know. But,
Listen to him trying to wheel you in to when he can get in.
but it's
there.
fine. I'll make sure my wife takes the kids. So just make sure to let us
Let
know.
me just tell you, his wife said, "We're not doing that, Jericho. We're going to get our kids' hair cut. We'll make appointments." She already wrote that. So while Mr. Save a Nickel here is trying to take away from the kids that really need their haircuts, she's going to make sure that
I don't
They have
want him
appointments.
to just be standing there twiddling his thumbs, not having nothing to do.
I guarantee you, with the way
I-
he cuts hair, he's not going to have a problem putting people in his chair, especially for free.
Yeah, especially in Williamsburg.
And we do this.
And it's no tax weekend in Tennessee, so she picked the best weekend to go.
Oh, heck yeah.
She's saving money, man. There you go. You married a smart one.
And we do this all the time. Like, Christmas time, I gave away 3 free haircuts, you know. And, I mean, I'm sure we'll do more holidays here and there, more giveaways, man. Just to help out here and there, you know.
You have a Facebook page?
I do. It's under Blend's Barbershop if you just want to go like the page or follow the page, you know, whatever.
I
And
definitely will.
is that where you put most of your promotions and things that you're doing? or?
I do. Like, I'll promote it on there and I'll share it on my personal, or I'll put it on my personal and share it from my barber page, so on and so forth.
So that's the best way to find out what kind of promotions you're doing or whatever.
Yeah, either on my personal or the barbershop page.
So how much is a kid's haircut? Is it changed from an adult's haircut?
It's the same.
It's the same.
I would
Yeah.
imagine it's the same.
Yeah, because you're still getting that 30 minutes, man, and you want your kid to look the best, and you know you're gonna have to pay the.
Well, my
price to
two
get the
boys
best.
love it when I take them to the barbershop. And I normally bring them down here to Corbin Barbershop because,
That's where I always go.
yeah, I mean, it's just basic, you know.
Right.
I've took them right across the road here. What's this one called?
Modern Barbarian.
Yep, Modern Barbarian.
And I got a good friend that works over here at Modern Barbarian.
Well, I took them there, and me personally, I think the guy that done it that time, it's been some time ago, he kind of like butchered them a little bit. I was like, dude, I could have done a better job. And so that kind of burnt me.
Listen, Jericho is all about the no sugarcoating.
Right.
If you're not spot on, he will tell you about it. Just watch the show.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm not a master. I'm not a professional barber or anything, but I do have a background in it. And in my little bit of background, I see imperfections and this and that. And I'm like, dude.
There's always going to be imperfections at the end of the day.
But when they're that noticeable,
Yeah, there's a difference.
yeah, when they just like when you just do a quick glance, like, whoa, what's that? You know,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, we're not going back there. You know, that weren't me. I'm not going to pay a man to butcher my kid's head when I can do that for free at my house.
Right. And a lot of times, like, a normal person
But you-
don't know the difference.
But
Like,
you know what? Let me just clarify. I would go to a barber to get a regular haircut, but I would go to there's a difference between a barber shop and what you're doing, if that makes sense. Like in my mind, if I want something plain Jane, then I'm gonna go to the barber shop. But if I go to, a place called Blends or whatever, then I'm going for an experience. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like if I'm going to this barbershop that I know, then I know those guys. They're friends of mine. I've done Cupids on them. I've done Cupids for them. I know them. I know Larry's sitting there and Tim's over there. I know those guys, and I know what they're going to give me. They're going to give me the same thing they always give me. But when I went to your shop,
it was a different.
it was an experience. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like if I went somewhere outside of a city barber shop that has a cool name, then I would want to go because of the experience that I have there. Does that?
Yeah, I get that.
Like I think when you just say barber shop, you're just kind of this is it. But if someplace is called Blends or Modern Barbarian or whatever, then I want something that makes it a different experience for me
Right.
than barbershop.
Well, I'm not dissing Modern Barbarian because I've not been there in quite some time now. This was back around when they first opened, and really, I just didn't have a good experience all around. Yeah, they wasn't very welcoming.
Right.
They butchered my boys' heads up and stuff. I honestly had to go home and fix it. And I was like, I'm done with it. I'm not going back.
What you're saying is fair. When you go to a place for the first time, that's the experience you have. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it's a bad experience, then what kind of fool sets himself up to go to the same place for a bad experience?
And they've probably changed since then. You know,
Well,
like
they're
I said,
still open, so that means they definitely did.
So,
And,
you know,
and that goes back to like, that reflects back onto like me owning my own barbershop, you know, man. Because like just so say you come in and get a bad haircut one day, you know, that reflects on my barbershop. Like you may never come back, but what if the guy next to him could have done a better job, you know, so on and so forth. And it goes back to like talking to these guys, like seeing how they work, how they communicate with people, you know, so on and so forth, man. It really goes a long way. Like it's more research than what you think, man. And the guys that I bring in, I wholeheartedly think they got what it takes to be at the level that I'm at, or maybe a level above me, you know.
yeah.
And that's really what it boils down to.
Well, I mean, that's why you got to be very careful
Yeah,
because it's on you.
yeah,
If you bring a wolf into your place, then your name and your business is on the line.
right.
So that's tough, and that's the whole reason. And to be honest with you, that's one of the reasons why there isn't a Sugar Boogers 2 and a Sugar Boogers 3 right now. Because we would want to find someone that does cakes as well as Leanne does. How can we stamp our name on a cake that Leanne's not touching?
Right.
Because she's really good.
She is.
So it's like, that's what keeps us from growing at the rate that we could. If we had somebody else that was, and I'm not saying there isn't more talented people or there isn't as talented people, it's just that we haven't found them
Right.
as Leanne to do what she does with the cakes. Is because if there's Sugar Boogers, and we have, or I hope we have an expectation level that people expect this from us, and we're consistent. Like you said, consistent. This is the service that you will get every time that you have any dealings with us. And that's the whole reason why we haven't grown.
Right. And it's a lot of trial and error, man. At the end of the day, you try it once and it fails, and you don't want to go do it again, you know? I mean, the majority of the time, it's showing up, being there. Consistency is key, and especially in the barber industry. Like, you just don't show up one time, and that guy's like, well, I'll go somewhere else, or I'll sit down at this guy's chair, blah, 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 blah. Just what it really boils down to at the end of the day.
Yep.
Well, RJ says everybody has a bad day. That's why I always take some bags of jerky with me to the barber. I'd prefer it to give me a cut happy than a crumpy one. So, RJ, turns out that this guy really likes beef jerky, just,
Not hot and spicy because it makes them poop.
you know. So, if you're looking for a barber that you could take beef jerky to, he might be interested.
He'll be okay with your original or your teriyaki. You know, anything past teriyaki, his little stomach can't handle it.
So, and I don't mean to freeze up. I'm just trying to look for the correct way to say things. Because I'm not like Jericho, he'll just let it fly.
Well, you know, I try to just not sugarcoat things.
When do you think you'll be announcing your new, your big thing?
End of October.
Did he say that? Did you say that?
No, I would say sometime in end of August, beginning of September will be. We can come on here. I would say pretty close to that time.
That was close.
You were close. So then we can expect you back end of August, beginning of September. Guys, we're going to start wrapping up the show. One, I want to thank Austin for coming here and give my man a fantastic haircut. I also like to thank him for donating 2 Premier Cuts to the auction for Braden that's going to be done on August 1st in McQuarrie County. Again, we'll post the information from the flyer and the information that we have on the Facebook page. If you want to know about the promotions that Austin's running, go check out his Facebook page. That's Blenn's Barbershop.
Blenn's Barbershop.
It's located in Williamsburg, Kentucky. He's got all kinds of stuff going on and all kinds of news that he's going to be announcing. Those of you that know someone that could benefit from getting your children's haircut, please direct them to him or ask them to also like the page. That way when he announces what day that is, that you can get those kids down there to get the haircuts. Jericho doesn't make me face palm at least twice an episode. I think there's something wrong with him. That's what Leanne says. So again, please check out Austin Rice, Blenn's Barbershop, Williamsburg, Kentucky. Thank you for the haircut. Thank you for the 2 Premier Cuts that he's donated. Thank you for driving all the way up here. Guys, we got a lot going on with that donation drive for Braden on August 1st. Effie Ingalls still has not picked up her basket.
She said it probably going to be tomorrow. She did write and say that she wouldn't be able to do it to this weekend.
Okay. So we'll get that basket to her. Guys, check out our sponsors, Willie Gardens. We plaster him right up here. Heather Martinez has got plenty of houses on the market right now if you guys are looking to purchase a new home. She's got one by the lake I've seen. She's had a couple closings here lately. We've tried to share some of her information on the page also. Also her Arbonne stuff that she's into or that she sells. She's having meetings and showing other people the benefits of Arbonne and consulting and growing a team of sales consultants also. So check them out.
Yes.
Jericho, anything you'd like to add?
No, if you just want to jump on the bandwagon with us, become a sponsor, see what we can do for you too, that'd be very grateful also.
Yeah, we're running a summer special on that too right now, guys, where we make you commercial, plaster you up here on the big screen. Also like to thank RJ's Beef Jerky, the official sponsor
Of this jerky jerk.
of the Sugar Coating Podcast, the official beef jerky sponsor of the podcast. Guys, make sure to check him out. His Zone Perception right there on the Peach Corner. Hope you guys have a great weekend.
And be sure to follow us on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, almost everywhere we can think of, except for Spotify. That will soon come.
We'll see you guys on